Hey guys, this is Joy. First of all, I wanted to show you my favorite shirt. It's my Audrey Hepburn shirt. I don't know if you can see it, but it's my favorite. Today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what I call CC Fun School. We do classical conversations for our curriculum, our main curriculum, and what that is, it's the classical model of education, and you can look that up because it's a whole nother deal. And we get together every Friday for 24 weeks during the school year, and it's like a community group, basically. They don't really call it a co-op because it's like a whole curriculum besides your English, grammar, and your math. But beyond that, what two other moms and I from our Classical Conversations community have done, we've started what we call CC Fun School. You do not have to do classical conversations to start something like this, but I got the idea from a gal on a blog that I'll link below, and she is just an amazing mom. She does like so many creative things. It's amazing. But what I had envisioned for our kids for this year, because we have, let's see, there's 3 of us moms and we have 8 kids. 2 of us have 3 and 1 has 2. And they're 8 and under, so 8 down to like 3. What we had envisioned, or what I had envisioned, and we kind of came up with, was we wanted it to be something where we met on a fairly regular basis, and we just wanted it to be supplemental. Like, we didn't want it to be like a full school day or anything like that, but we just wanted to do the things that, to be quite honest, the things that take a lot of time, and if it was just our own kids, we might not do, like a certain science experiment or, an art project or something that's just hard to fit into your day and something that takes a lot of preparation and things like that. And honestly, the stuff that we do doesn't take a lot of preparation, but it's just actually doing it. So we have met on a twice a month basis throughout this last school year. And what we've boiled it down to is we come and we meet. We picked a day, so we do Wednesday. We meet at about 10:15. We get started about 10:30, and then we're done usually, by lunchtime. And we bring our own lunches and things like that. So, it makes it low maintenance. And we also trade turns at whose house it is. So it'll be at my house one week, and then I won't have to do it for like another, couple of months, because we just do every other week, or at least a month and a half. So that's kind of nice too. And my kids loved going to someone else's house, so that's fun. So what we've boiled it down to is we meet at 10:15. We kind of gather our thoughts, and the moms kind of say hi, and the kids play. And then 10:30, we bring them to the table, is where we do it. And we have a snack, and our snack is themed on, history. Like, for instance, this last time we met, we talked about September 11th, 2001. And so for the snack that day, I had brought apples, since New York City is the Big Apple, and I had brought bagels, mini bagels with cream cheese, and that's what they had. You'll see tons of ideas, because New York is known for their bagels, if you didn't know that. There are tons of ideas on this blog that I'm going to link below. Don't get overwhelmed by it, because we did not do anything near as elaborate, but moms are just gifted in different ways. So this is how we felt ended up working for us. 10:30, they had their snack. About 10:45, we would start, and we'd switch this part up. We would either do like a science project, an art project, something that was just hands-on, and something that one of the moms just had run across or felt very comfortable presenting, things like that. For instance, this last time we did, each kid got a paper plate or a styrofoam plate. We put whole milk on the top, just about that high. Then we put food coloring drops around in the center, and then they took a Q-tip and they dipped it in Dawn dish soap, and then they put it down in the milk, and the colors just shot out. So it was just then we touched on talking about surface tension because our kids are mostly younger. So we just briefly talked about that, and they thought it was cool, and it was very simple and easy. We're making it easier just towards the summer. We make it a little more in depth during the school year. So we did that, and then what we do, we always do like a history timeline. Classical Conversations has a history timeline. We wanted to actually expand on that a little bit more, so we just made a paper timeline. It's kind of like the old printer paper that's, you know, perforated and stuck together, and it just, you keep, you know, rolling it or whatever, not unrolling it, but unfolding it, and it just keeps going forever and ever. We have that, and it's probably, you know, it's quite long, and the gal who did it actually brings it each week and just like uses painter's tape and just tapes it up to our wall. And then the kids are able to, well, I ask my kids during the week before, I just say, hey, what do you want to put on our timeline this week? We're talking about during this time period, and we kind of brainstorm. And when we were talking about the early 1900s, my one son, who is so into the Titanic, we printed off a little picture, a mini picture. It's only like, you know, it's not very big. We print that off, and then we are able to add something to our timeline as well. And then that week we talk about our history sentence that we've covered in CC that week as well. So that was where September 11th came from. So we talk about that. We actually watched a little YouTube clip that was appropriate for kids. And then we talked about it, and we then were able to put up that little timeline card, and then a couple of other timelines we did. You know, we didn't do super current events like that. We actually went back and talked about like Nebraska, when Nebraska became a state, and when our university came about, that kind of stuff. So anyways, we just kind of add random things in there too. It doesn't have to go along with the time period. So that's what we do next. Snack, science, or science or art or whatever kind of project we want to do. Then we talk about our history timeline. So we kind of just highlight one subject or one event in history. And then the last thing we do is we do a review game. And again, it goes along with Classical Conversations. You know, all the pieces of information that they've memorized over the year, we just reviewed that. Not all of it, but just parts of it. And you could use this for reviewing anything, you know, math facts or whatever you want to do. And again, we kind of switch it up. Like this summer, we're going to review more math and skip counting and stuff like that. And we're also going to focus on kind of like stranger danger, what to do in case of a fire, things like that our kids are getting old enough that, you know, we've maybe talked about it, but we really haven't sat them down and, you know, given them a thorough lesson on it. So we're going to do that this summer. And we're compiling that list this next week for what we're going to do on the summer. So if you want that list, I can sure do another video after we meet and let you know what we're going to do. I know we had talked about like dental health and things like that we just want to just make our kids aware of. Again, it's not something that they aren't aware of, but we just want to focus on and expand on that kind of thing. Just because they do those kind of things in school, and they're important. They're important, and we want to do that as well. And it's just easier in a group setting with more kids. So anyways, if you have any questions, post them below. I know it might sound confusing, but hopefully I made it simple enough that you can understand what we do. We really just keep it to maybe, you know, snack, a project of some sort in history, and then review. So 4 different elements. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, I hope you try and start something like this with with some moms in your community, because it's really helpful and beneficial. And honestly, every time we leave, I feel so encouraged, because then after we get done, we let the kids go play. After we eat lunch, we let the kids go play, and then us moms sit and just get to chat. We also pray for our kids, for our husbands, for us, you know, things like that. And it is just a highly encouraging time. And it's a smaller setting. It's also with moms that you're very comfortable with. So if there is like a little, you know, disagreement among kids, it's a really great character building time. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next time.